Hello, welcome to Book a Bookkeeper. Today, as promised, here is a visual explanation of how I suggest you do your electronic filing. So get a notepad and a pen, take some notes and enjoy. So here we have the Dropbox folder. You have your company name inside your Dropbox folder, which will be installed onto your laptop. Then you have the finance, the HR, the legal and the marketing folders. Today we will be focusing on finance. So inside the finance folder, we have the bank folder, the purchases folder and the sales folder. We'll look at the bank folder first. What's inside bank? Inside the bank, we have letters, we have statements and we have transfers. In the letters, you'll just have your standard correspondence, which you will save as the year first, the date and then the day of the month, just so that it's easy to read and find the letters. And just a brief description of either who it's from or what the letter's about. So next up, we will look at statements. So I have a separate folder for each PDF statement. Inside the folders, I would put a statement and maybe a PDF of any bank charges for each month. You don't need a separate folder for each month. If it's easier for you, have a PDF in one folder per year. Now let's have a look at transfers folders. So inside the transfer folder, we have payments and we have receipts. So inside the payments folder, we'd have a folder per month. So we have 2018-09, which would be September. Then we have 10, which would be October. So inside the payments folders, we would then save a PDF of all of the payments that are made. We save the PDF with the year first, the month the second, and the day last. After that, you put the payee name or the supplier name. You could then put a brief description of what it is you're paying, if it helps, because as you can see, City of Westminster, one could be parking, one could be rates. We have saved it in date order to make it easier to find. So as soon as you open up the payments folder, you would then have everything on a particular date in that date order. The reasoning for this is you would usually be looking for this PDF for the payment as you're going through the bank, and you would be going through the bank by date order. So the first thing you would be looking for is the date, then secondly who the payee is. So this way saves it in that order, so it's easy to find, file by date, then by month. And it's very similar to how you would have a paper filing system. As you can see, as I'm saving extra documents, it automatically puts it in date order, but then it also automatically puts it into alphabetical order according to those dates, which is what we're looking for this type of filing for the payments. As you can see now, the very last one will keep it at the bottom because it's the last one for the 24th of September in alphabetical order. So if you have a look at the way it's filed now, you can see how easy it is if you're flipping from bank statement to bank payments folder to look at whichever PDF payment you need to find, and then you can open it up very easily if you need to. So you see, and also when you do payments for the following month, ensure that you keep them in the correct month, which will then make it easier to find. So we have the letters, the statements and the transfers within the bank folder. If we go back to the finance folder now and we look at purchases, we have them saved by year. So 2017 invoices, 2017 supplier statements. Let's look at 2018 invoices. So here now we save them first by supplier name and then we save them by date. This is because ideally when you're looking for a particular invoice, you would have the supplier name in your head first. So as soon as you open that folder in that particular year, you'll be able to search by supplier name, scanning quickly with your eye, then by supplier date. So if you see where we have multiple supplier invoices, they are then grouped together in date order, which makes it easier for you to find. And supplier statements will be the same principle, and usually only have one per month for that also. Sales is slightly different because with sales, I would say also save it by year in each folder, but put the invoice number first, because usually you'd be looking for the invoice when a customer has made a payment and use the invoice number as a reference. But bear in mind, you can search the customer name in the search box at the top right. So if you look here, it's in invoice number order. Then you also put your customer name so you can see clearly who it is. And if you need to open it up, you can open it up. But usually you would just be looking for the customer name. So you have your bank, your purchases and your sales within finance. And then, within your Dropbox folder, you would have your other folders, HR, legal and marketing, which you could also then file it using the same principle. I really hope you enjoyed that. If you have any feedback, put it in the comments below. If you need any further support, email me info@bookabookkeeper.co.uk. I'm happy to help. Or you can just have a browse around our website, www.bookabookkeeper.co.uk. We're on Instagram, we're on Facebook, and you can always check out our YouTube channel too.